Mistake with the Alpha Chapter 110. Jalen's point of view. I looked at Sam, and she was shaking her head to tell me she didn't do it. I should believe her, because this woman had been with me since yesterday morning until this very time. This was really so confusing to me. I know she can't split herself into two. Many thoughts came running through my mind. This is far greater than the problem I have to put up with later. Caesar, my father ordered. Ethan wanted to fight, but I stopped him. Why should he protect her? She's not even his Luna. He would only add to the problem. I watched as they took Sam away. She was only looking at me. Help me, Jay. She mind-linked me. Hearing her voice, I remember my dream. So this was it. If they had tagged Sam as a witch, they would have been planning to burn her. This got me so alarmed. Don't you dare touch a strand on her hair before I meet you outside, I growled. I know my message was well past. None can dare to disobey my order. I jumped up and rushed to my closet. I wore my clothes hurriedly. I ran to the pack hall, but getting there no one was there save a guard. Where are they? I asked anxiously. Prince Brock ordered everyone to go to the Warriors' Glade. Once I heard Warriors' Glade, I didn't wait for him to say any more words. I ran there. Alvin, Ethan, and Sally were at my trail. Seeing the crowd at the Warriors' Glade, I almost felt dizzy. What has Sam done this time to warrant so much crowd? Sam was placed in the middle for everyone to see. People were saying all sorts at her, but when they noticed my arrival, they all kept quiet. I looked at Brock, who was already seated. This time he didn't sit on my chair. He was on a sofa. I would have been a terrible liar if I say I wasn't terrified. Even my whole body was trembling. I don't know if Sam can escape this with the way she escaped others. Kira came forward and looked at me. She bowed before she started to place one leaf around her. I know that leaf quite well. It's a leaf that suppresses all magic. It is mostly used to paralyze witches so that their powers will be dormant. Seeing Kira here, I know this trouble is beyond my control. I seem to be having a serious headache, even though Hort was pacing restlessly in my head. Where is my mother? This is the time I needed her most. What in the name of the moon goddess is going on? I asked. My father then came forward. He has never liked Sam. This redhead which has been causing chaos in the village. She did that to your mother. He pointed in a direction, and my eyes followed him there. There I saw my mother lying helplessly on the clinic's trolley. I didn't even know when I jumped up and ran towards her. Mother! I shouted. No, this is not happening. Not my mother. I touched my mother. At first I thought she was dead, but when she opened her eyes, I saw that she wasn't. That alone gave me relief. But then what is happening to her? What is happening to her? I shouted. I saw tears rolling down my mother's eyes. Her countenance looked so sad. It was as if she was trying to pass a message to me, but then I couldn't understand. This morning, I was at your place still begging your mother since she has refused to speak to me because of that red-headed witch. Then suddenly she appeared. She then did this to your mother to attack me and disappeared. Every one of his words was so sad. Suddenly, I discovered that I could hear the thoughts of people around me. This was my vampire prowess. It has been awakening since yesterday, and Sam helped me. If she had been the witch she has been tagged with, would she have helped me? Well, my father was saying, I could see that he was really in pain and was telling the truth. I had thought maybe he had ganged up with his friend to do this to Sam, but then he didn't gang up with anyone. It really happened. I looked at Sam with a fierce look. Not totally my fault. No one is allowed to hurt my mother. I'm in the middle of a dilemma here. Your mother is not the only one. Alpha. Look at all the people she did it to. All in the name of revenge, my father added. Revenge? How? That was Hort. We didn't do anything wrong to Sam that she wants to take revenge. Well, many people hurt her, but then I was beside her. My mother took care of her like a daughter, even in the midst of many oppositions. Looking forward, I saw a lot of people laid down. I could hear their families crying. This was really confusing for me. I looked at Sam, but then her mind was very pure. She was crying in her heart, blaming all these on the moon goddess. We have to burn her, one voice from the crowd shouted. Then before I knew what was happening, everyone already took the chorus. Burn her! Burn her! What then could I do with these people protesting? When people unite on wanting a thing, as a good alpha, to prove that I'm not a selfish one and that I have their interest at heart, I must grant their wish. But then their wish is going to give me an everlasting pain. Silence. I growled in my alpha voice, and everything went down. I stood up from my mother's side and walked slowly to where Sam was seated. Her head was bowed. Everyone was looking at me, wanting to know what I'm trying to do. Sam saw me walking towards her. She looked up at me. She has stopped crying. She had a smile on her lips that didn't reach her eyes, talk more of her heart. If not that I could read my mind, I would have thought she was strong. But she was crying hard in her heart. She was really hurting. I paused at a distance from her, looked at her for a few seconds, and then looked up at the people. I'm going to do your bidding. There was an uproar of joy. I wondered how much they hated Sam. It was as if they've held a big grudge on her before. Looking at Sam, she wasn't wearing any expression, nor was she blaming me for my decision. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay up to date with new videos uploaded. Also check out our next video in the series.